When something challenging has happened in your relationship, the feedback wheel can be a really great way of coming back into connection and understanding. And it's important to know that before you start doing the feedback wheel with your partner, there are two really key things that you need to do. And one is with yourself. The most important is with yourself, to really notice and be honest. Are you having an agenda to vent, to be right, to make the other person admit that they're wrong, to do anything other than come back to connection and love and trust and kindness, right? You can use the feedback wheel with someone who is not a romantic partner, so you don't have to be coming back to being in love, but the sense of love that is that kindness and curiosity, compassion. Hey, we're on the same team. What can we do together that allows this relationship to grow and flourish? So coming from that kind of energy is super important. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Maybe you need to talk to a coach or a friend or a counselor, someone who can listen to you vent, someone who can listen to you pour out your hurt or your righteous indignation or your aggravation. Those are all, or your grief or your deep sadness, your deep longing, your big expressive emotions are totally welcome. There is intelligence in those big emotions. It's just that it's not the time to use the feedback wheel. And the feedback wheel doesn't require that you be like totally zen, but it does need you to be pretty centered in yourself and at the I am significant because I exist, and you are also significant because you exist. I have the right to be and breathe and relate and love and have my own feelings and experiences as a human being, and so do you as a human being. So there's this sense of being in that circle of health, being same team. And so you being able to bring that and to be with the adaptive child in you that wants to get it right, prove a point, just keep themselves safe. That you have been able to see that part of you, wrap him or her up in your arms and say, it's okay, I've got you. And I, the adult, am gonna have this conversation right now. So that's step one. And step two is to check in with your partner. Hi, I'd like to do the feedback wheel with you. Is this a good time? If they don't have context for what the feedback wheel is, it helps if they do, because otherwise they might get defensive, or they might try to figure you out, or they might try to make it about them. So make sure that the person you're talking to knows what the feedback wheel is, and that you are showing up at their customer service window, you're knocking on it. Hi, I have a thing I'd like to bring to you. Is this a good time? And that they can actually open the customer service window and say, yes, I'm here for you. Let's do this. And if they can't, ask for a better time. And if they don't know what the feedback wheel is, be clear with them on what you're doing. If it's somebody you don't know at all and doesn't know the feedback wheel at all, well, it's not going to be somebody you don't know at all, because why would you be doing the feedback wheel then? But if it's someone who doesn't know the feedback wheel at all, then a different tool is probably useful. And getting them to be able to do some really gentle centered listening first is probably a good idea. So it also might be a great time to reach out to a relationship coach and get some coaching in that deep, non-reactive listening and reflection and being able to be at the customer service window. So once you've got step one, you have yourself, and step two, you've checked in with the person and they've said yes, then it's time to move on to the feedback wheel.